Welcome back to Design Bundle's YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this super adorable Valentine's Day card for your kiddos. So what's really cool is this is already designed out for us. I'm going to keep the size that they already have for us. What we need to do is just change a couple things because we want our Cricut to draw all of these pieces here, and then it's going to cut out all the way around as well as these circles. So what you're going to be able to do is insert a couple of crayons, and then the kiddos can color it in later. So what you're going to need, some cardstock and some crayons, and that is it. So I've brought in my design, so let's go ahead and work with it really quick. So we can go to our layers tab, and over here we can see all of these layers. So what I want to do is our basic cut here, this piece, you guys can see it highlighted it for us. We need to change that from a basic cut to a draw. So we're going to come right here where it says operation, click on it and change it from a basic cut to a pin. You could then choose whatever color you're using. I'm just using this raspberry. You could definitely do it in black or whatever you would like. And then you can change it from fine, point, and all that extra stuff too. Mine is extra fine. And then I'm actually going to choose that raspberry again and hit apply. So that's ready to go for us. And then as you can see, all of the rest of these are a basic cut. So let's go ahead and hit make it. And we're going to say on the mat. So you guys can see how it's trying to separate everything. So what we need to do is we want to go back, and then we want to go ahead and select everything. So you can do that by just dragging and dropping over everything, and then we just want to hit attach. So we can come down here to actions, and then we're just going to go to attach. So you guys can still see it kept it as a pin, and then everything else is a basic cut. So we're going to hit make it. And so we're going to say on the mat. And now you're going to see that everything is together. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I want to cut this out twice. So I'm going to see if I can fit 2 on one sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 2, enter, because you can change your project copies right here. And then we can see that there. So I think it's going to be big enough because I'm using an 8.5 by 11 to get 2 on each one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And then what we want to do is we want to choose our material. So I'm going to come over here, hit all material, and I'm going to start to type in cardstock, enter, and then we're going to choose a, let's do a medium cardstock. All right, so everything's ready. It's showing that we need to load in our pin first and then our blade. All right, so what we need to do is insert our pin. So we're going to be able to insert it on this side here. So if you guys are using a Cricut machine that has 2 carriages like this, your pin's going to go on one side and then your blade will be on the other. So it's going to draw for us and then it's going to cut. All right, so let's go ahead and load this on a blue mat. I've got my blue mat. We're going to go ahead and take our cardstock here and we're just going to go ahead and load it. Highly recommend that you use a blue mat. These are designed for your cardstock and we're ready to go. So you guys can see we've got our flashing. I'm going to go ahead and load it just like so. All right, so the machine's going to go ahead and load it in there, double check, I think our blade and all of that stuff, pull it in, just making sure that we have everything correct. And then we should start to get our flashing light. Now, as you guys know, I'm using my Cricut Maker 3 today. You could definitely do this with any of your Cricut Explorer models. And you can also do this with your silhouette and things like that as well. So now it's going to go ahead and get ready. Now, once again, you guys are going to see that it's going to start to draw everything for us first. I think this would be really cute if you did a couple of colors. So if we set some of them up with the pink pen, you know, like a little blue pen, etc. So you could have a variety or do them all in black and things like that. So then the next thing is you could definitely get an off brand of crayons if you wanted to. You could definitely pick some of these up from the Dollar Tree. So you're just going to need 2 for each one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those while that's doing that for us. So I'm just going to do a couple of these here. Just like so. So I think these are absolutely adorable and it would make a great gift. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and speed this up really quick until we get ready to cut it. All right, so as you guys can see now, it's going to go ahead and zip through here and do all of our cutting. So it has drawn everything for us and then it's just going to simply go back and cut everything out. All All right, so now we're getting towards the end here. So it has drawn everything for us and it's cut everything out. So now what we gotta do is just simply unload it and check these little guys out. So cute. You see all these little curly cues here? We'll be able to pop those out. So the best way to release these from your mat is to flip it upside down. So let me go ahead and clear our space here really quick. All right, so now that we've got everything out of the way, the best way to do this is to flip everything upside down and remove it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy out of our way first, and then we'll flip it back over. So the best way is to peel them off the mat like this. Your mat's pretty forgiving. Don't obviously push down too hard, but you're just basically rolling it. And what this does is it helps obviously release them from the mat, and it'll prevent them from curling. So if you just go in, I'm going to show you guys really quick in case you guys have never done this. So say for example, I've got this on here. If I go to peel this off like so, it's going to curl like this. But if you flip it over the other way, it definitely won't do that. So let's move these out of our way and get ready to prep up our cards. All right, so now you can see we've got our darling little cards, and look at how perfect this is drawn for us. I've got a little piece here I forgot. So absolutely adorable. Once again, how cute would these be if you did them with pink and blues and purples and switch up the colors, or do them all one solid color as well. So the next thing that you need to do is you're simply just going to bend these flaps up like so. So you just need to bring them up like this. So we're just going to go ahead and get our next one. Just like that, and then we're going to do the same thing to this side. So you guys can see this is a quite a big card. So this would be great to pass out at the office as well, not just for the kiddos. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're simply just going to take a couple of these crayons here. So let's do this one right here. So you're just going to be able to slide them in. So once again, files like this in particular, you don't want to go in and adjust the size, because what you're going to do is you're going to adjust the size of these holes. And what the designer has done is already sized this out for you, so the crayons are going to fit in here perfect. So I do highly recommend that you guys don't try to go in here and resize anything. So just keep the size ready to go and cut it out. And once again, you guys can see with an 8.5 by 11, I could get 2 per sheet. And these are simply just the big pack of cardstock that I get from my regular printer from Walmart. So basic copy paper that I would get like 250 sheets in a pack. But you could also pick up some basic white cardstock from like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and things like that. Now another cool thing is you could also cut this out with like a light pink and then do this in black, have it draw out in black. That way your cardstock is a different color. But it's really cute because they get to color it. So super cute. And as you guys can see here, they're going to stay in here just like so. It's absolutely adorable, darling. And then your kiddos can write to and from on the back here. It's super duper cute. If you guys want to really help kind of stick these in place as well, you guys could always run a little piece of tape over the middle if you wanted to, just to kind of help it. But I think kind of pulling these back out after the fact a little bit kind of helps hold them in place as well. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.